Hi, family. Well, today I would like to talk to you about something that means a lot to me, something that's real touching to me. But I would like for you to listen to this one careful because the message to me means so much and is so powerful that sometimes, and I've spoke about this before, we misunderstand love. And when somebody loves you a lot and for real, you think that person's being mean to you, that person is not respecting what you feel. But you see, the love of a mother, let's look at nature. How that mother bear takes care of their cubs. They'll do whatever. They'll die for the little cub. And the real love of a mother does the same thing. And like I said, this story for me is touching. It's real. But it has the most beautiful ending, but hurting. You see, I would like to talk about my wife and I's situation with my mother-in-law. You see, people felt like my mother-in-law did not love me because of the simple fact that she didn't want her daughter with me. That don't mean she didn't like me. We were friends. We talked. She accepted me the way I was, but she loved her daughter. I really, in my heart, believe that she at no time felt like I wasn't right for her daughter. You see, the difference were that she knew my past and she knew who was my first wife and she was always a friend of the family. That was the main reason she didn't want me with her daughter, because it felt that was a disrespect. And you got to look at things different. Like my first wife was already married for like 15 years old with a guy over 20 years, you know? And so we didn't feel that we was doing anything wrong. The truth of the matter is, this whole thing had a lot to do with love, right? I loved my wife, and my wife loved me. And we was going to take an oath, and this happened before we even got married, so I already knew that my wife loved me. Actions speak louder than words. Her mother decided to stop talking to us for about 7 years because she still didn't agree. And she had her best friend saying that I was a great man and everything like that, and other guys that I know said the same thing to her. But she never disputed that. She just didn't feel that it was right. You see, but as the years went by, because of the love, neither my wife or I gave up on her. We kept going to see her, whether she talked to me or not. She used to answer my wife with a yes or no, no real conversation. But we never stopped. We never gave up hope. And me talking to my wife, you know, and I guess that played a part. I really don't know. It's something I haven't even asked my wife. But I always told my wife, I said, you know, your mother is only protecting you. She loves you. And I never will hold that against your mother. because she's protecting you. I guess I have a lot of proving to do. I said, your mother will never ever tell me she was sorry for what she did, because she did not do nothing wrong, but her job as a mother, like I said before, like a mother bear taking care of her cub. So we just kept trying. Eventually in the story, we started talking again. We talked. We never questioned her on why she felt the way she was. I felt like it wasn't in my place anyway. But we started talking, and I could see it growing, the relationship growing. One minute I felt like she felt like she was obligated to people to keep her stand, but yet neither the fact. She gave up on that, and she started speaking to us. And the relationship get better. We did what we were supposed to do as her daughter and me as her son-in-law, and look out after her. You see, then she fell in the hospital. And we never missed. Every weekend we used to go see her in the hospital and take care of her in the hospital. So she was, and before that I was taking her, I was taking her, my wife and I was going there to make sure she make her appointments and everything, and taking her and everything. And she used to joke with me by then and telling me, yeah, I'm being a pain. And I know that, you know? And I used to always tell her the same thing, don't worry about it, you know? I never thought I would ever call her Ma, because she was so strict, and I wanted her to respect her boundaries. But when she went to the hospital, that eventually she had something in her leg that we didn't know what it was, and they started checking, and all this illness stopped her mobility. Well, to us, we sat down and talked, was keeping her alive. She felt in the hospital, and even in the hospital, when she was there, things, to me, was an honor when she used to tell me to cook certain foods for her, and I did it. And we had fun with it, because she used to always have something to say about, you know, did you do this or did you do that? We grew a little stronger and more. And we used to pray with her every time we left. And we were seeing both of them. Her and her sister was in the same hospital, same floor. You see, and time went on, and a few times I called her Mom. You know, and she was joking with me, which was such a relief for us. Well, it was bittersweet because she was talking to us and everything, but now we have the situation that she was getting sick, and she was getting more sick, and it was getting critical. You know, a few weeks before she died, we was at the hospital, and she started crying. And it's the only time I really feel like I really touched her. I got close to her, and I put my hand on her head and told her, Ma, why are you crying? And she looked at me, and she said, because I love you. That was a breaking moment for me. And every time I think about it, it's still a breaking moment for me. When we left the hospital, I told my wife, that was saying sorry to me. When she said, I love you, she meant it. Because I told you she would never say sorry, because she never did nothing wrong. a few weeks after that, if that long. Her head went to rest. I want to say this to the young people, the elder people, and anybody that have their parents alive. If you've been judging your parents because of the way they have treated you, don't wait till they pass away to try to figure it out. Figure it out while they're alive. And I'm sure, regardless how bad it sounds, even if they gave you away, you figure she didn't love me, they gave me away. Maybe that was the best decision they made in their life to give you to somebody that could do what they couldn't do for you. I'm saying, I feel me, this is me, no statistics, no nothing. 99% of the time, if you look into why your mother or your father treat you the way they do, there's a story behind it. Love your family and try to learn about them before they passed away, and love them. And I said 99% because that other 1%, I believe in that it might not be against you that they have a problem, but a problem within themselves of what they're going through in life, that they don't tell you about it because of the simple fact they don't want you to hurt. So they take all the pain so you could live through your pain and don't hurt like them. Family, I beg of you, love your parents. In the Bible, it speaks about the way the world is going to change, and the kids are going to be against their parents. I ask you to make that a false statement and don't go against your parents. Believe in God so you could be able to do it. Because with Him, anything is possible. God bless y'all. This is Real Talk with Victor. I love you guys. God bless you, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.